Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another writing lesson with me, Mrs. Lies. This is Lesson 7. Let's get started. This is Jonathan London. He is a famous author. Do you know what books he writes? If you said he's the author of the Froggy books, you are correct. We've read 3 Froggy books so far. We've read Froggy Gets Dressed, Froggy Plays Soccer, and Froggy Goes to Grandma's. In today's lesson, we will not read a new Froggy book. We will focus and concentrate more on the writing piece. If you would like to hear more Froggy books by Jonathan London, I have books posted on the Blackboard 27 page under the Writing tab. There's a folder that says Jonathan London. Click on the folder and there are other books that he's written about Froggy. Okay, boys and girls, let's see what we have done so far. This is my story plan. In the beginning of the story plan, we should have planned the beginning. We should have planned the middle, at least 2 events, and then the end. Now, we have written part of the story. Let's check off all the things that we have done. The beginning, check. Banana's at home looking out the window at his new neighbors and he's scared to meet them. The middle of the story, check. He tries to make them cookies but he burns them so he doesn't get to meet his friends. The second event in the middle, check. He throws the ball over the fence but no one is home but their mean dog named Bruno. Okay, and then the end of the story. We have to end the story. How will the story end? How will the character solve the problem? The problem is he wants to meet his new neighbors, but he's afraid to meet them. So how is he going to solve the problem? Well, I've done the beginning and the middle, and now, today, we're going to start writing the end. The end of my story and my plan, I said that Bananas meet his friend at the bus stop and he's in his class and they become friends. Okay, so let's look and see how we can write this into our story. Now in our last lesson, we wrote about Bananas throwing the ball over his neighbor's fence and he gets a surprise. There's a mean dog who chases him out of the yard. So poor Bananas, he still didn't get a chance to meet his new neighbors. So let's move on. The next morning, Bananas woke up. He was still upset that he did not meet his new neighbors over the weekend. Bananas! His mother yelled. Yes, Mom, Banana replied. You need to get dressed for school, his mother said. Bananas put on his shirt. Zap! He put on his pants. Zup! He put on his shoes. Zoop! When Bananas finished his breakfast, he noticed he was late. He had to hurry to catch the bus. He kissed his mom and ran out the house. Zoom! Hey! Are you going to the bus stop? Yelled someone. Yes! Cried Bananas. Me too, said the stranger. Where is it? Just follow me, yelled Bananas, and the 2 neighbors ran as fast as they could. Zoop, zap, zoom. Okay, so in my story plan, I said that the 2 would meet at the bus stop. So let's listen. When Banana arrived at the bus stop, the crossing guard told them to slow down. The 2 hopped on the bus, bloop, and sat next to each other. Hey, what's your name? Asked the stranger. My name is Banana. What's your name? He replied. My name is Cole. We just moved next door to you. Really? Said Bananas, trying to sound surprised. The 2 friends found out they were in the same class. Bananas really liked being Cole's friend. Whenever Cole got an answer right, he would get up and dab. This made the class laugh. All right, so now the two have met at the bus stop. They have found out that they're in the same class. So what I want to do now as the author is to show you slowly how they have become friends. I could have just said, oh, the two kids found out they were in class and became friends, the end. But I wanted to show you, not just tell you what's happening. So I showed you how they became friends because Cole has a fun personality whenever he gets the question right. In class, he stood up and did the dab and the kids laughed. So now we get to see the two kids have fun together in this class. So listen. In music, Cole played the drums, ba-boom, boom, and Bananas played the triangle, ta-ting, ta-ting. They were really good. The whole class danced around and sang. At recess, Bananas played on the merry-go-round with Cole and his classmates. They had so much fun. Spin, spun, spoon. Again, I'm showing the onomatopoeia that Jonathan London would normally use. And I'm also showing you how the two are becoming friends. I'm giving you a little bit more of their personality throughout the school day. When Bananas got home that afternoon, he could not wait to tell his mother about his new friend. See, Bananas, all you had to do was be yourself, she told him. Just then, the doorbell rang. Ding dong! It was Cole. Hey, Bananas, can you come out and play? I found this soccer ball in my yard near my dog named Bruno's doghouse, Cole said. Bananas' face turned more red than brown. The two friends played soccer all afternoon. They played in Bananas' yard, of course. The end. All right, so do you see what I did there? When Bananas got embarrassed, I used Jonathan London's skill or his word to show when Froggy got embarrassed. When Froggy got embarrassed in Jonathan London's book, he always said that his face turned more red than green. Well, because Bananas is a monkey, I didn't say more red than green. I said more red than brown because the monkey is brown. So boys and girls, I hope that you have started writing your story. I hope that you are using some of Jonathan London's skills and borrowing some of his words or his work so that your story sounds a bit like Jonathan London's story. But I haven't finished yet. You may have noticed that I didn't have a title for the beginning of my story. So I usually write my title at the end of the story because sometimes when I'm writing, I change the story around just a little bit, and so that the title that I may have started off with wouldn't make sense by the time I'm finished the story. So I always wait to the end of my story to write my title. Now here are 3 working titles. That means titles that I'm thinking about using for my book, but I have to decide. Here is my title number 1. Banana meets a friend. Bananas and the new neighbor. Bananas, Bruno, and a new neighbor. I'm not sure about which one that I like. Banana meets a friend, he does, but if I say just a friend, then it doesn't show that the friend was a neighbor. I could use Bananas, Bruno, and a new neighbor. I have to think, should that be a good title? Or Bananas and the new neighbor? I think since I only use Bruno in certain parts or at one part of the story, I think maybe that one wouldn't work. So I think I'll use the middle one. Bananas and the new neighbor. I think I like the middle one. So I'm going to use bananas and the new neighbor. Boys and girls, remember that you can find writing paper on Blackboard 24/7. If you go under the writing tab, you would click on the paper that says paper number 2. It'll have a space for drawing your pictures and for writing. Boys and girls, have a great time finishing your story. Have a wonderful day and happy writing.